And right now, Melinda is in our newsroom to get some professional perspective on all of this. Melinda.
All right, Don, thank you. We are joined now by Rebecca White of the Houston Area Women's Center, again by Nate Griffin of Sports Radio 610, and Jolanda Jones, attorney, and many of you may not know this, also a victim of domestic violence. Thank you all for coming on very quickly. I mean, we've all been talking about this video. First reaction when you saw it from your perspectives?
Brutal, gut-wrenching, but we knew that was what happened. She was unconscious.
Nate?
What was he thinking?
Jolanda?
Worst nightmare, horrifying, and I knew it.
You knew it. Okay.
I knew it.
So a lot of people are saying that today, and they're talking specifically, there's a lot of judgment about Janae Palmer, or Janae Rice. She now married Ray Rice. A lot of people are asking, how could she have married him? Why did she stay with him? Jolanda, I want to start with you from a victim's perspective. What are your thoughts?
I loved my ex-husband. I mean, he was the father of my child. I didn't want to be the person who caused him to lose his job, and he always tried to blame me, and I loved him, and I was hopeful that he would rehabilitate.
So you're a smart woman, yet you chose to stay. And Rebecca, you see this quite often. Tell me about that.
Sadly, we do. And women stay for a variety of reasons, and we shouldn't be talking about that. We should be talking about batterers and why did they choose to do what they do.
So it's when you use the term batterers, Nate, it kind of puts it in a different perspective, because we often hear the term domestic violence and it almost sounds a little broad, a little vague. When you see this video and you see the actual violence, do you think the NFL or the Ravens in particular had no choice at this point?
They had no choice. It's just unfortunate that Roger Goodell, who is a head commissioner of the NFL, didn't take a more stricter stance. He should have done that. In fact, we talked about that earlier with Isaiah Carey. They're going to have to do something. And if they had this video and knew it and didn't take action, oh my goodness. But let's hope that they didn't have the video.
Well, that is the big question. Why did it take TMZ to get this video? Jolanda, in addition to being a victim of domestic violence at one point in your life, you're also an attorney.
So I'm
Do
putting
you
my lawyer
really
hat
believe,
on.
put your lawyer hat on, that
So
the
my lawyer hat
NFL
is
did not
this.
see this video?
Whether it's at a state level or whether it's at a federal level, law enforcement investigates crime. They're the only ones who have subpoena power. So the NFL did not have any authority to go to a private company, that casino, and subpoena those records. I suspect an employee of the casino probably leaked it, or someone in the police leaked it.
Okay, also a lot of concern out there for Ray Rice, who has apologized, but mostly for his wife. They're wondering if she's still in an abusive situation. This could happen to both men and women. We talk about this a lot, Rebecca. What should women, the average man or woman at home watching in Houston, what information do they need to know? Because Jolanda has told me before this interview that you've been punched in the face and knocked
Strangled,
out.
almost died.
You're not the first person. Unfortunately, she may not be the last man or woman. What should they do, Rebecca?
Well, first of all, they should know they're not alone. It's not their fault, and that help is available. We have a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week hotline where there are trained advocates there who can advise on safety planning and assessing the situation and making sure there is a path forward.
Okay, and I have to go. Quick question. Who can demand change in the NFL or all sports when it comes to this?
I think the owners. The owners are going to have to step up and decide what they want to do real quickly. Get to Roger Goodell. He's a mouthpiece for the league. He is his bosses are the owners. So they're going to have to make a decision to what extent do they want to be punished.
I think fans, corporations, and it doesn't start at the NFL level. We need to do it in college, and we need to do it in high school, because we protect athletes who can make millions of dollars, football players, basketball players, baseball players.
Thank you all so much. We'll continue this conversation, of course, always on Facebook and Twitter. Got to send it back to the newsroom and Don.